the reality of it. Where you get the truth, where you get the real, where you get to see all the things that's going on all around you. And we tell it like it is.
Thank you for tuning in to That's the Reality of It. I am Maisha.
And I'm Claudia.
Our new co-host. Let's be nice and welcome around.
Thanks for having me. I love it here.
Yes. So we have some great action coming. You don't want to miss this. Stay tuned. We'll be back.
Looking forward to it.
So I switched my car insurance to State Farm. I saved $480. You know what that is?
Yeah, don't say it.
You know what it is, right?
Yeah, don't.
It's a lot of dough.
Switch and you could save $480 with State Farm.
It's a lot of dough.
See if Bryant Jenkins in Reisterstown can save you a lot of dough.
Get to a better state. State Farm.
The grand opening of the Owens Mills MD Furniture Store is here, with furniture like you've never seen before, with furniture designs and styles from all over the world, showcasing beautiful living room, dining room, and awesome bedroom and dinette sets. MD Furniture has a large collection of exotic and unique furniture, including imported accessories and crystal chandeliers. Whatever your taste in furniture, from contemporary, modern, traditional, or exotic, MD Furniture has it. So come to MD Furniture and mention this commercial for a special discount.
So now that we have spoken with Dr. Jordan, we will be back. We will hear from a gentleman named Mr. Austin who has been through the program. So please stay tuned.
Here at the Vape Shop, we create a positive vibe that our Baltimore customers enjoy coming back to. When you step into the Vape Shop, our dedicated staff will be at your service and can help you explore ways to make your e-cigarette experience as enjoyable as possible. Create your custom flavors at the Andrea Ann Bar. We also offer top quality full spectrum CBD products, including liquids and hemp flowers. Open 7 days a week, the Vape Shop is your shop.
Welcome back to That's the Reality of It. I am Maisha, and I have our new co-host with us today, Miss Claudia Spencer, who will be talking to our new guest, Mr. Curtis Austin. So we're going to talk a little bit. We're going to follow up. Last show, we talked about the Jordan Peer Recovery Training. So now we have someone who has gone through the program who is open to share his journey through the incarceration, through the training, and now the victory that waits at the other end. So, can you tell us a little bit about your journey?
Okay, well, basically, I was actually incarcerated. I was locked up for 16 years. I was actually serving 2 life sentences and 1 without parole plus 70 years. At that stage in my life, I was 22 years old when I entered in and 38 when I came home. But I realized that God had a purpose for my life and that I was still here. And therefore, He gave me a second chance to have an opportunity to take my lived experience and help someone else not go through the same experiences I went through, but also to those who have went through those experiences to help them navigate to a brighter future. So that's how kind of Jordan Peer Recovery comes into play, because it actually gives you the tools and it actually fills your toolbox up.
Did you bump into them, or how did you connect with the recovery?
Well, I actually met Dr. Jordan at a funeral. Meeting her there, we had conversations, and she told me some things that that conversation would be private between me and her. It would really bless me though, because it actually opened my eyes to some things, and then she introduced me to Jordan Peer Recovery. And I actually went through the training. After I went through the training, I went through the curriculum and graduated and became certified. With this certification, it actually allows your experience to make you an expert. See, the thing is, though, is that your lived experience does make you an expert in whatever you have experienced, but it also gives you the component, that the clinical aspect that others have. So it gives you the tools that actually, like I said, it fills your toolbox to help people navigate through their goals, navigate to their goals. It also helps them, whether the trauma may have been mental, or maybe it may have been addiction, whatever that trauma may be, you have the particular tools to help tailor fit a path back into wholeness for that particular individual that you encounter. because it doesn't necessarily mean that every experience has to be the same that the person that you're helping is. It just basically says that you have an understanding because you either experience it directly or indirectly.
You never know what's going to touch someone else's life.
And that's why your story is important, because your story becomes the strength for somebody else.
Right.
So that's why, it's important for people that has experience and has experienced trauma to really use those things not as a setback but a stepping stone for someone else. Because if you definitely take the opportunity to open yourself up, you never know when you share what you went through, whether it was a test, whether it was a mess, it becomes a message and a testimony that might help somebody else out navigate themselves to a place where they never thought they could really reach. Because people fight against those things that hold them in their past, but yet when you shine light and those tools that Jordan Peer Recovery gives you, it gives you the tools and the ability to kind of show people what they couldn't see in themselves.
You sound very enlightened. I know. I just got to ask this one question.
No, go ahead. You're good.
And so, when you go through those many years incarcerated, you had to be open to having this experience with the Jordan Peer Recovery training. So, did you go through any type of enlightening while you were incarcerated or in prison, or it was just because you went through the program? Because you sound like you're very, like you've grown so much.
Well, I will say this, that I went in as a boy. I thought I was a man. But God is the only person that truly knows how to turn boys into men, and I'm not talking about the singing group.
Amen.
So truly, I met him, and I'm be specific. I met Jesus January 5th, 1999. I gave my life to him, and I ain't never looked back. With that being said, the reason why I am here is because he positioned me in a place where he gave me a promise. He told me, you pay attention to my purpose and I pay attention to my promise. So that's what I did, and he did what he said he was going to do. So now I'm here to help somebody else get to that same pinnacle. But religion, their relationship, or it doesn't necessarily have to be the same as mine. Their experience and my experience can relate, and then we can see eye to eye when it comes to trying to get that person past any obstacles that might be in their place, in their face.
Now, you're inspiring a lot of people that are watching right now. They're listening. They're saying, I want to get help. I want a different life, but how do I know that Jordan Peer Recovery training is for me? Like, what is one thing that you can say that you learned specifically from this training that can help someone?
Well, in the last segment, I heard a conversation of basically about what is the proper term, right, for someone that might be in addiction.
Right.
Because see, one thing about it is that you can be offensive to people and not even know you're being offensive.
Right.
It's just because in your mind or someone else's mind, the term might be politically correct because that's what everyone says, but it might not be correct for the person that you're talking to. So one of the things that Jordan Peer Recovery teaches you is using terms that doesn't offend the individual that you're speaking to.
So empowering
it
language.
does. And you become empathetic to their circumstances too. It teaches you how to be more empathetic, putting yourself in that position. Because the reality of it is what you're pushing, you're actually pushing hope.
Right.
So we have to wrap this up. So what is the one last thing that you want to leave, or thought, or provoking? What do you want to leave the audience
Tip or advice?
Yes.
The advice that I want to leave to anybody that's looking at this is that remember where you were 10 years ago, in the time that you thought that you wasn't going to get past the point that was in your life at that moment, that obstacle, whatever it may be, but yet you got past it and now you're in the position that you are now, but still facing some things. I want you to know that where you are right now is not where you're going to end up at. And what you have to realize is that it's tools, it's also people and peers out here to help you get to that place and position. All you got to do is reach out and ask for help.
Thank you so much for bringing us hope.
Thank you.
We really appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in to That's the Reality of It.
Tune in next week for part 2 as we continue to talk with Mr. Curtis Austin and journey along with him with his transformation from jail to recovery to getting saved and also becoming a preacher and where he is today.
For all your pharmacy needs and prescriptions, call Pharmacy Solutions, LLC, the community pharmacy the mayor honored for its commitment in providing the community with affordable prescriptions. Pharmacy Solutions takes your health very personally with patient consultation and a patient assistance program for the uninsured and those with specialty drug needs. To learn more about the program and how to transfer your prescriptions to Pharmacy Solutions, LLC, call them today because they breathe life back into our community.
At Liberty Animal Clinic, they know that your pet is a member of the family and you want to make sure they are healthy and receive excellent care. Their top veterinarians and staff will treat them like family and give the best care and medical treatment and attention you can get anywhere. Liberty Animal Clinic provides these excellent services and they are open 6 days a week, including giving them a complete physical, and office hours are by appointment, so please call. Let your extended family
Join our family!
It's time to hit the trails on a bike from the Pikesville Bicycle Shop. They have all makes and models for all ages and sizes, and they'll service your bike and customize it to fit your needs. So for the very best variety of bikes, the best service and price, come to Pikesville Bicycle Shop or call 410-602-BIKE and take advantage of our special deals.
I love my hero.
Welcome back to That's the Reality of It. This is our new segment called Does This Make Sense? And some of the things we're going to say, you may not agree, especially with me, because a lot of people don't agree with me most of the time anyway. But these two beautiful ladies, Maisha and Claudia, we're going to all give our opinion on this particular subject. And we want you to also come and go to our website or email and give us your opinion. The topic today is, you getting afraid already?
Drum roll.
Do you feel sorry for the people who in the South back there in the days after slavery? Slavery had no, after slavery, where they had their own communities and what's that movie?
Rosewood?
Rosewood, right? Where they, the white community went and attacked everybody in the black community, and they said, and they were just letting them do it and just being, they were chasing them through the woods, shooting them, hanging them, just doing whatever they wanted to do. And they were just running. Except when they got to a certain part of town where it was a group of white guys said, y'all ain't bringing that stuff over here. It was only maybe about 10 white guys with rifles. And they stopped that whole white community from going in there to kill those black people in those other areas. Mm-hmm. Do you feel sorry for the ones that got killed, the black ones that got killed that was running?
Well, I do, because here's the thing. It was still a sensitive time where even though slavery had been abolished, there was still a lot of racism. There was still a lot of prejudice going on. And a lot of times what I'm sure black families, when they woke up in the morning, their whole main objective was, let's make it back home safely at the end of the day. So as much as we can say, oh, well, they should have fought back and they should have done this and they should have done that. And a lot of them did. But then a lot of them also there were consequences for fighting back as well. And so some of them did not make it home to their families because they chose to fight back. Now, if we didn't have people who fought back, then obviously we wouldn't be where we are today. So some people did have to fight. So it was a very sticky, sensitive time.
I don't agree with that. We didn't get to where we are today because they fought back. We got to where we are today because of the marching, the civil rights movement.
Well, that's a form of fighting.
I'm sorry, where are we today? Because now it's driving while black, eating while black, talking while, we're still getting murdered. We're still, and we have people who are fighting back. We do have shooters who shoot back, but the time, we might be in a new era, but the situation is very much the same.
All right, but I'm speaking of back there in the South when the black communities was trying to survive and they was living their life. But if one did anything or said anything or looked at a white woman or a white woman looked at a black person, they could go and lynch them. They could go and shoot the whole family. Personally, I don't feel sorry for the ones who ran because they're going to kill you anyway. So if I'm going down fighting. Now, that could be my present mentality because I wasn't back then. But right. I cannot foresee, if you ever watched that movie Rosewood, it was like more blacks that were running than whites that were chasing them. And they had guns. If I'm going to run and you're going to shoot me while I'm running, you're going to shoot me while I'm shooting you.
I have empathy for both. You know why? Because until you are in that situation, it's easy for you to look on the outside in and saying what you will do. You know, it's very easy to do. I don't know what that's like to have somebody point a gun down my throat. I don't know. You know, they say that whole fight or flight. Sometimes you can't predict that before it happens.
Right.
And sometimes as a victim, you don't know when you're gonna fight. You don't know until that you can think it out all you want to, but when that situation actually comes on you,
if that situation comes on you, you don't know if you're gonna fight or flight. If you don't know you're gonna fight at that point when somebody's coming at you with a gun or whatever, there's something wrong with you. If somebody come at me with a rifle or some come at me like they're gonna fight, I'm ready to
maybe
fight.
Maybe it's smarter to get away. Right. Maybe it's smarter to save
and
your family.
And they're gonna chase you anyway and kill you anyway. And kill your family anyway.
What are your odds? I guess you got to think quick. What are your odds? You go in front of that bullet and get shot down, blow down, or do you grab your family to some type of, safety? I mean, maybe they were trying to get out of the way and become safe.
But they weren't safe. They weren't safe. If that person was after them, even if they ran, they're going to chase them. They're going to find out. They already knew where you live, and that's just like that movie. They're going to chase you. They're going to go to your house and they're going to shoot up your house. So either you're going to stand there and try to get as many as you can, or you're going to,
Can I ask you a question? Do you feel sorry for the Black Panthers that were murdered because they fought back? Do you feel sorry for them?
I feel that there was injustice too, because they didn't. I tell you what, they stopped the Black Panthers, right?
They did.
They didn't stop the Ku Klux Klan. Why didn't they stop? Why didn't they?
Who came for them?
Nobody came for them.
That's the point.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying.
But at least they fought, and they got,
And they killed them all off.
They didn't kill them all off, but they stopped the movement.
Yeah.
But at the same time, that movement made them think. That movement made them think twice about coming after you. I'm just saying, if you're going to kill me, if you're going to come after me, I'm going to make sure that I get mine in first. Or at least get something in. I'm not going to just run. I ain't going to get shot running. I ain't going to get shot in the back.
And there are different ways to fight. Some people chose to fight through education. They chose to say, okay, well, obviously the lawmakers are the ones making these decisions. So now let's fight for my family to get the best education and then to raise the next attorney or judge that can make a difference with the laws.
We're talking about the South. We ain't talking about right now. We're talking about back then.
Well, even back then.
We're talking about they wouldn't even let them read. They wouldn't even let them go to school.
After slavery, when people were venturing out, they're getting jobs, they want their education, they want quality education, they want to get rid of segregation. Those times where, like you said, the marching, yes, but that is also a form of fighting. There's nonviolence, and then there's also
nonviolence is cool. We got to wrap this up, but nonviolence is cool at the point where we had the Civil Rights March. That was cool because we had to do that, because fighting wouldn't have worked at that point, although some of them may have, but it wouldn't have worked at that point. But back then, I'm telling you, I ain't getting shot in the back. So tell us what you think. If you feel like feel bad for the ones who got shot in the back because they were running away from it, knowing they're gonna get shot anyway, or if they're gonna stay there and fight and get shot in the front. I mean, that's how I feel. They feel differently, but that's why they call. Does that make sense? See you next week.
Attention Baltimore! Stop wasting your money going to those expensive appliance stores. Liberty Discount Appliance has what you want for much less. Liberty Discount Appliance has beautiful refrigerators, washers, dryers, and stoves for as much as 60% off. You get big discounts on brand new appliances with just a few scratches and used appliances in excellent condition. You would be amazed at the quality of the appliances, and credit is no problem. So come to Liberty Discount Appliance in Randallstown. You won't be disappointed.
If having healthy teeth and gums are important to you, be aware of these potential dangers: premature loss of teeth, severe gum disease, bleeding gums, constant bad breath, and even cancer. So don't play around with your dental health. Go where the best dental experts are: Northwest Dental. The extraordinary family and general dentistry at Northwest Dental help avoid those serious dental problems. And their dentists will give you the best dental care you can get anywhere. Call Northwest Dental because your teeth are too important not to.
booking your YOLO vacation.
Call Nicole, your land and cruise expert. Remember, the internet's for looking, but Nicole is for booking.
Here at the Vape Shop, we create a positive vibe that our Baltimore customers enjoy coming back to. When you step into the Vape Shop, our dedicated staff will be at your service and can help you explore ways to make your e-cigarette experience as enjoyable as possible. Create your custom flavors at the Andrea Ann Bar. We also offer top quality full spectrum CBD products, including liquids and hemp flowers. Open 7 days a week, the Vape Shop is your shop.
Thank you for tuning in again to That's the Reality of It. Again, I'm here with Pastor Page of, what's the name of your church, Pastor?
Rose Sharon, Sabbath Apostolic Holiness Church.
Mouthful. But Pastor here to tell you, if last time we talked about if you can live holiness, this time we're going to talk about whether or not you can keep the 10 Commandments. Now, I want you to tell me how I can possibly keep all 10 of those commandments.
I certainly can.
All right, I'm listening.
Pastor Allen, you know, it's a thing that people say that you can't keep. But let's look at it. Let's face it with sense. Why would God write something knowing that you can't keep it, and then telling you to keep it? Do that make sense? Psalms 111, 7 and 8 say, the works of his hand are verity and judgment. All his commandments are sure. They stand fast forever and ever, and are done in truth and upright. So now, he telling you, and he wrote these things, because if it wasn't for the which is the law, if it wasn't for the law, we wouldn't know what sin was.
Exactly. And
you know how the world was destroyed at one time? Because there was no law.
Right.
People could do what they wanted to do and it made no difference. But after he came back and revised this thing, then he wrote the 10 Commandments. He put some laws in. And many churches today, they say, well, there are too many rules. And but if you didn't have no rules, or what they call regulations or whatever, and then, I'm talking about, we would be in bad shape. You can't run a stop sign where there's not one.
Right. That's
you
right.
can't run a red light if there's not
no
one
red
there.
light. That's right.
So if you didn't know thou shalt not kill, or thou shalt not steal, or thou shalt not commit adultery, you would just keep on doing what you're doing. But you got a rule to say, look, don't do that.
That's right.
This is a commandment of God. God wrote the commandments, not Moses. Many times people try to say that Moses wrote the commandments, but Moses didn't write it. Revelation 22, 14 and 15 said, blessed are they that do his commandments, that they may have a right to the tree of life. May enter in through the gates into the city. This gives you a right to the tree of life. I'm talking about what would we be if we didn't keep the commandments of God? If we didn't love nobody. Commandments is holy. They're righteous. They is good. And if I didn't know nothing about the commandments of God, I'd just want to shoot you and let you live. But they say you can't keep it. Now the commandments is not for a person that's saved. You don't have to worry about the commandments, because he's going to do them. That's like you see that sign on the road out there. That is not for you if you're not going to speed.
Right.
That sign is for the man that's speeding.
Okay.
And see, if we look at the commandments as the same way, because they say the law have dominion over man as long as he live. As long as you live on this earth, you're going to be under the commandments of God. But now we know that when Jesus came, he died on the cross. We come under grace.
And that's why if we can't keep all the commandments, we can ask for forgiveness.
Because
he knows all men can't keep all the commandments, right?
Well, tell me which one you can't keep.
All right.
That's the thing about it.
Okay.
Which one do you have to lie? Do you have to steal?
No.
Do you have to commit adultery? Do you have to fornicate?
No.
Do you what if you don't have to do all these things?
No, we don't have to.
What is keeping you from not doing it?
That's true. Back in the day now, I wouldn't have had a problem with that.
I know you would. Yes, sir.
But now I'm saved, so I don't have a problem
just
with
like we finished a while ago being born again.
There you go.
When you're being born again, that don't bother. That the devil brings it to you.
Amen.
But you with the power of God, you're able to work on it and say, look, Satan, God rebuke you.
He did.
I don't care how good she look.
That's right.
I don't care what she got on.
That's right.
The power of God
will keep you from doing the wrong thing.
You from, and people say, don't you look at it? Well, there's nothing wrong with your eyes. God give you eyes. I'm talking about
thank you, Pastor.
Everything God made.
Thank you, Pastor. You can look at them, right? You just
pass
can't
by
lust.
the flower shop, don't you?
That's
that
right.
beautiful rose up there, that bouquet look good, don't it?
That's right.
You don't want it.
I don't want it.
You look at it, so, oh, that's pretty.
That's right.
But it's gone.
It's gone.
See what I mean?
Sometimes they don't think you're supposed to even look.
No. What you got your eyes for?
I don't know what they're talking about.
I ain't blind. I'm gonna look. I'm gonna just look. That's all.
Right.
But I ain't gonna.
You ain't gonna lust.
This ain't gonna let this overpower the power of God.
Amen.
That's why the word said, "Greater is He that is in you."
And He's in the
than
world.
He is in the world. But if you ain't got God in you, boy, you in trouble.
You're in trouble.
Revelation 12:17 said that the dragon was wrought with the woman.
The what?
And went to make war with the river of the sea, which to keep the commandments of God and have the testimony of Jesus Christ. People that's keeping the commandments of God, and we'll get to that in the next verse when you ask me that question, that people don't want to keep the commandments. They often say you can't keep them. The preachers say you can't keep them. Well, it's just make no sense to me. And like I said at the beginning, for God to write something,
right,
and then tell you to keep it, and then you turn around and say, well, the word right here say, if you love me, you'll keep my commandments. So now the people that love God, they don't have a problem keeping the commandments of God. That's just like a man when he gets married and he love his wife. He ain't gonna worry about going out.
Most of the time.
No, well, not none of the time. See, when you put that in there, but that's the theory that they have. But see, it's not so. Whenever you do it, it's over. It's all over.
It's supposed
the
to be,
same way. If
exactly.
you love God, you'll keep His commandments, and His commandments is not grievous. But people think, no, you can't do it. Then you got to ask me another question.
All right, we're gonna have to go to. You want to do part 2 because we finished with this one, but don't go anywhere. Next week we're gonna finish with these 10 commandments because I'm still needing some help with this.
Amen.
All right. So next week tune in to Pastor Page talking about how you can live the 10 commandments. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Praise the Lord. This is Pastor Monroe Page from the Rose of Sharon Church at 62 Magnet Bridge Road. And whatever you going through today, we got the answer. The answer is in the Word of God. God is a healer because He heals you when you're sick. God will deliver you when you're going through your trials and your tribulations and your ups and downs and you don't know what to do. Just call on God. God said, I will never leave you. I will never forsake you. So come out and enjoy Jesus with us. We got the answer is the Word of God.
If you're having a tough time selling your home or leasing your property, call Kemp & Associates Real Estate and Property Management, the real estate specialists. Kemp & Associates specialize in residential, commercial sales, and lease and property management. They have expert comprehension services for investors, property owners, first-time home buyers, landlords, and tenants. Call today to buy or list your property and see how fast it goes.
Kemp & Associates, your real estate specialist. Don't make a move without us.
We are Mulch Masters. Our talented and experienced team works together to give any residential property the polished, professional appeal of the very finest landscapes. Famous for our deep-cut bed edges that define your garden areas, Mulch Masters uses the best finely shredded, color-enhanced mulches, and you'll enjoy the curb appeal Mulch Masters can bring to your property. Call Mulch Masters, 410-529-6200, serving Harford and Baltimore County.
Make the most of those long summer days. Wake up ready for more fun in the sun after a restoring night's sleep on a new Beauty Rest mattress. And with Beauty Rest Endless Summer Savings, there's no better time to buy than now.
Beauty Rest Silver. Sophisticated design paired with intuitive technology that will leave you refreshed, restored, and ready for the day.
Visit the owner-operated Sleeptime Bedding and Mattress Showroom, where you will get personal attention.
Okay, how'd you like that?
I had so much fun. I just love the show. I can't get enough. I'm like a sponge.
Suck it all in.
Yes.
It's awesome. Look, if you haven't seen this show, or if you missed it last week and you saw it this week, you might want to go to our website, odysseyproductionshows.com, because you want to see last week if you missed last week, so you understand what we're doing this week.
That's right.
That makes sense?
Connect the dots. Thread it together.
Connect the dots.
Okay.
So, God gives you another day. That's another opportunity to do the right thing. Do not blow that opportunity.
Be blessed.
Put God first, because through Him, all things are possible. See you next week.